Hey everyone, I hope you're well. So today I wanted to make a little bit of a review for my the two corsets that I own that aren't technically fashion corsets. So these are meant for these are actually structured, you know, boning, steel boning and the whole thing. Well, some people say that plastic boning is fine, and I guess it is. I mean, I don't know enough. So I bought these secondhand a while ago. This is a Fiona's Fineries one, and by the way, this is more or less a comparison type thing between these two models from two different brands. I bought this one secondhand. This is an Underbust. Both of them are Underbust corsets. Like I said, steel boned, traditional basque, and the whole thing. I mostly bought the other one because I tried this one first and I was like, no, this isn't it. This one is, for one, not... I mean, that's my own problem, of course, but the size is a little large for me. And also something that I feel is kind of an issue. I'm not sure if it's necessarily an issue, because I feel like my issues with this corset here are not necessarily that it's about, you know, they're not about the corset necessarily being bad quality. I think it's maybe made for a different type of person or someone who wants these specific silhouettes, because my main issue with this is that the curves that it gives you are really gentle. They're really subtle curves, you know. And well, actually that's not really my main issue. My main issue with this one is the fact that when I put it on, there's the fabric, or rather the boning, the steel boning, the basque, everything here that gives it structure really kind of digs into my thighs and my hips as I sit down, or even into my bust as I move. I think this is definitely made, I would say, for someone with a long torso, and I don't have that. I don't have a long anything, okay? Everything is really wide in me. And I think considering your body type and body shape and all of that is really important, really, when you think about corsets. Because I was kind of shopping around with the idea that that if you're a beginner at corsetry or waist training, you should always start with gentle curves. That was kind of an idea that I think a lot of people were kind of giving me or implying. And that doesn't really seem to be the case, because when I put this on, I realized that the curves were just too gentle and I could push it in and feel comfortable still. Let me just change this a little bit. Okay. And yeah, this is a 28 size, by the way. And yeah, I think this is made again for someone with a long torso, and also someone who is a little bit larger, slightly larger in size, and also someone who, from what I know of corsets, which granted isn't that much, you're supposed to be able to more easily kind of okay, let me try and see how to word this. You should be more easily able to have more dramatic curves with a corset if you are more fleshy and kind of curvy, I guess, already. And if you're more bony, if your structure is a little bit more bony, and you're already pretty thin, for example, then corsets, it's gonna be more difficult, right? Because there's less flesh to be moved and such. And I think I'm one of those fleshier people, because this was almost too restrictive and too gentle of a curve, when it could have been just a bit more dramatic, I feel. Yeah, again, this is the Fiona's Fineries. I don't know the specific model, but I will have it on screenshot and I'll link down below, which is odd to me. Something that I'm not sure if I understand well about this model and this brand is if it actually goes for $200. Because that seems like a lot of money for this. I mean, obviously I understand, you know, it actually has like seems to have like a double boning on each channel, or rather it has two channels, right, on each one, if you get what I mean. It has two to here, etc. They're definitely steel, I feel, it seems to me anyways. And you know, the ones that are not the basque, the ones that are supposed to be that kind of more flexible steel definitely are flexible, but again, it still digs at my body even if they're fairly flexible. Like, it's still this kind of hard material, right? This one has an attached modesty panel, so you can't remove this. It just comes with corsets, has the lacy and everything. Everything is pretty standard here, nothing weird. And and this is the silver color, by the way. Like I said, I got this second hand for fairly cheap. I think it was probably $15 or so, which is why I wonder if these corsets actually do go for $200, because it seems odd to me that the person was completely willing to give it for $15 or so when it really goes for much higher, but you know, who knows. Again, this is Fiona's Fineries. I will try to sell this because I already know I won't really wear this. And the thing is, it looks beautiful. I mean, it looks beautiful on, and it has this really nice like goth look, and the print is really beautiful. As you can see, it's this beautiful silver print, and it has this nice kind of curve going towards the bust, because this is the up side, right? So it has like this. It's really, really beautiful. But yes, I can't sit down while wearing it, so there's no point in even owning it. Now this is my Mystic City. I bought this from their website. They also have an Etsy, but I bought this from their website. I think it's because the shipping was slightly cheaper from their website. It was still pretty expensive, by the way. International shipping was like $40 or something like that. It comes in this bag, in this kind of I don't know what fabric is this called? Canvas? I think it's canvas, and this kind of plastic panel there, see-through panel, and oh my god, I love it so much. As you can see, this is much shorter than the other one, but that's also more appropriate for me because my torso is shorter, and you know, it would be really uncomfortable for me to have this really long corset unless it's an overbust. But like I said, both of these are underbusts. And this is, of course, I picked my exact measurements, so it fits me very well. 24 inches, 61 centimeters of waist, so I think that's the minimum of waist, not really the one that I didn't pick. You're not supposed to pick, I think, your actual waist measurement, but rather the website will explain to you how you can pick your measurements in terms of the corsets, right? It has a floating panel, as you can see. You could remove this if you wanted to, and here it says Mystic City Corsets, and throughout the waist tape it also says the brand Mystic City. And by the way, this previous one, I'm not sure if it has a waist tape or not. I feel like I can kind of feel something there, both on the inside, more on the inside than on the outside. I feel like when I feel through the inside on the waist area, I kind of can feel something there, which is why I'm saying that I do think this is likely to be a real, like an actual high quality corset, but it's just not. It wasn't a good purchase, you know. I just wasn't sure what I was buying yet. This one, by the way, has really large eyelets. Is that what it's called? I think they're called eyelets, I'm not sure, but yeah, those are quite large in comparison to these ones. And these ones are also a bit more further apart. I'm not sure what difference that really makes. I'm guessing that being more close together helps them maybe take on the tension a bit more. And as you can see, these ones, these eyelets, are they eyelets? I think they're called grommets. They're called grommets, oh my god. These are closer to each other than the rest. And again, I'm not sure what difference that makes. By the way, this already came laced. It came laced already. The other one I did as well, but it was probably the previous owner who did it. Who knows? But let me try and put this on for you. This is the upside. Where is it? Okay. So I think you're supposed to be standing up when you do this, but whatever, man. Okay, so you can see there's definitely still some flaring going on both the hips and towards the bust, but that's okay. It's not very dramatic, and it's gonna go down as I start to season it and wear it. By the way, I've only worn this one time before, and I decided to put this on my way also because to make this video because I didn't see any reviews on this particular model. You can find reviews and unboxings of other Mystic City corsets here on YouTube, but I didn't find any of this one. And I was interested in this one because this is meant for wide hips, and it actually flares quite a lot if you know, force it to flare, I guess. And it has this mesh here, and it was described as being meant for an active lifestyle. And I'm not necessarily very active, but you know, I do like the possibility to move around in a corset if I wear it, because of course if you will find something expensive, you probably want to wear it, you want to be able to wear it more often. So yeah, as you can see, some flaring. I didn't tie the loops yet. Behind me is MCC32X, by the way, it's right there, and it's described as brocade. I don't know what I call it, jacquard later. It's brocade and sport mesh, and this is given, the color is named Black Dragon, and the whole corset is really just black. I tried to fix the gaps at the bottom, and you can kind of see that it's a little bit more even now. The gap is a bit more even and straight, and I can easily do this, you know, without any discomfort. And I have been storing it in its own bag. I don't really see the need to store it anywhere else. I feel like this is just the best, especially they give it to you for a reason, you know. By the way, both are fairly heavy. I would argue this one is definitely the heaviest. I was actually surprised when I got this one for the first time, and I was like, my god, that's really heavy. I mean, it's quite pretty heavy corsets. This one is slightly lighter, I would say. Still, you know, it definitely feels like it has some metal parts than the usual, but it does feel a bit lighter in comparison. Probably also because it's a bit shorter, it's a smaller overall, so it's gonna have less of that weight. But if you are thinking of this model or that one, I hope this video was helpful for you, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.